It's me, Mug Sama's back at it again. What can I say? Out here doing my due diligence, streaming every day I can. I, dude, I messed my back up caulking yesterday. I messed it up. I've been struggling. I gotta get it. I feel like it needs to crack. You know, it's never good when you feel like you gotta crack your neck. It feels like I gotta crack it like backwards. Like push against my jaw and twist. Oh my gosh. Like this one. Yeah, you know this one? Oh, it hurts. Oh, the agony, the pain. But you know, everybody's in pain. Everybody's got something. Everybody's somebody's everything. That's right. Nobody's nothing. Shout out to Chance the Rapper on that one. It's my that song was killer when it came out. If you don't know it, that's okay. You don't need to know it. Pokemon Live. Pokemon Live. I've been thinking a lot about the new Donkey Kong open world game. It kind of makes me a little upset. I hope it's good. But it's a big change into like the Mario Odyssey realm of things that kind of makes me uncomfortable about Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong was like my guy. Like Donkey Kong was like I liked everything Donkey Kong because I liked the aesthetic. I like how it was more like gritty in a way. And now they're going pretty cartoon with it, which I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about it looking like a cartoon thing. I'm new to your channel. Hi. 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 How are you? Welcome. Well, yeah, the whole thing having to do with the new Donkey Kong is it just looks kind of cartoony. I don't know how to feel about it. Other than that, I've been having to try to convince myself not to buy the Archeria Mini Lab 3, the synthesizer or the MIDI keyboard, really, not synthesizer. I'm gonna be using it for synths. But like I've been trying to not do that. Trying not to waste my money on it. Because like what time do I really have to sit around and spend on me going through like every preset in Omnisphere, right? I mean that would just be crazy if I could have a hobby that didn't involve some type of work. I also I think I need to buy it. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. I think I need to buy it. I think it would make me so much happier being able to like mess around on a synthesizer. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to make it out here. It's the last day of streaming this week. I got 2 more days of work and then we got Easter and me working and streaming doesn't stress me out. Spending time with my family for Easter really stresses me out. Everybody's got plans. Everybody's always got plans for you're my 500th sub. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie. I have been watching 499 for like the past like 7 streams, and all of my shorts are getting really good views now, and nobody's subscribing, and it's making me lose my mind. So thank you so much. I just wanted to hit 500. Because now that I'm at 500, if I get the watch hours in, I can actually stream and have subscribers and stuff that where they can interact with my actual feed and whatnot. Like I can have donations and stuff like that. And I'd rather do that than my real job. My real job's trash, dude. But yeah, we're not doing too much today either. We're just looking through and we're getting whatever we're missing. I don't know who number 208 is and 209. Those are kind of like the hidden ones. And the Sneasler, that one's easy. We can do that. Space-time distortion. This is what we need. This is our moment. This is what dreams are made of. Here, I gotta set it up. Thank you so much. I'll remember this moment forever. I can't believe it. I really did. I would have nightmares some. I have nightmares some days thinking about how I would never pass 499. It became like my sleeper agent number. Anybody said 400, I instantly thought of 499, and I was like, activated. Nope, not what I need. I need an Oshawott, and they're only found in here. That was blue. Thought it was an Oshawott. Rip, yep. Yeah, ain't that the truth? It's an Espeon! Oh, okay. How do I do this? Let's think. Let's get the golem out. The golem can take a hit or two. Oh man, it's gonna be rough. Okay, we're gonna rock slide. We're gonna rock slide Espeon. I know 208 and 209 Pokédex numbers. Well, don't hold back. What are you? Come on now, don't hold back. What's this about? If you know it, say it. If you got them, smoke them. What are they? Saves me a Google. And Chuckler's not here. Cranidos! There is a Cranidos in the game! Smuggy's gonna be so happy about that. I, as well as Smuggy, did not think Cranidos was in the game. Uh-oh. And then, yeah, that makes sense. Rampart, I could, yeah, I got you. Yeah, Cranidos and Rampardos. Oh, how do you get them? I've seen their fossil in the one cave, in the story when the Misfortune Gang jumps you. Oh my gosh, we're so lucky too that we just got through that. We just got the Espeon instead of having to evolve an Eevee with like a random friendship stat. I am not about to do that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well thank you for the Rampardos info. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for it. Walrein. Nope. Nope. You gotta see it. Usually when I stream, either Chuckler or Smuggy is here, and I treat them very similar to a production assistant. Where I go, can you look that up for me? Go ahead, look that up. I also refer to them as Jamie, as if they're part of the Joe Rogan experience, and I'm Joe Rogan, the bald man. Yeah, it's somewhat disrespectful. It's playful banter. They don't have a problem with it. Chuckler thought that I didn't know their actual name, which I know them in real life. I was like, thought I was just calling them Jamie. Feels so bad. Okay, there's no reason to do that. I don't need to fight these people. I just thought it would be quicker. I thought I'd be able to one-shot them. Yeah, we're just gonna run away. Okay, who spawned? That's a lot of tangle growths. You can get 208 and 209 there in that cave system. Oh, sweet. Okay, okay. Dude, my girlfriend's gonna be so hyped that I got 500 subscribers. She's like, I seen you've been at like 499 for like for like 9 days. Oh, it's crazy. I was debating. I was about to just like create a second channel just so I could subscribe to myself to be like, look, I got it. Whoa. You better come back here, man. That's right. I was thinking about cheating. I didn't want to not impress my girlfriend of like 8 years. No, no, babe. I swear it's gonna happen one day. Just gotta keep believing. Dude, a D what? What? Why does he hit so hard? What the heck? I know it's super effective and he's 7 levels below, but come on. First catch, first catch. He's gonna smack my guy so hard. Yeah. It's okay, Dylan. It's okay, Dylan. Seeing the chat, but in a delayed response is so funny. No! Oh man. Now I need Oshawott. You got berries? Yeah, I got berries. Call me Barry Bonds. No! No! Don't take him away! Don't take him away. Alright. Gotta wait for another one. I already got Samurott. I got D-Walt. D-Walt. Oh, that's tragic. I'm not gonna see another space-time distortion for like 30 minutes. Does using berries help out for the catch, like while you're fighting? That's tech I've spent not knowing the entire game. I think maybe I've done it once or twice. I don't know how much of a difference the catch rate is because of that. See, this is when I go, Smuggy, can you look that up? And then Smuggy brings up the chart, and it's like, oh, actually, that's a 0.2% catch chance rate difference. I think while they're eating berries, it's an increased chance. I didn't know you were able to do that during combat. Might not, I don't know. Evening, oh, there we go. Good evening, Chuckler. How are you? Chuckler's over on Twitch, so you won't see what they're typing. Unless I bring up a chat box into the stream. How are you doing today, Chuckler? Mr. Chuckles? Now I just kind of... I'll come back to this area. Let me go ahead and head back to the cave. I'm gonna look for Rampardos, or get Rampardos if I can. Hey now, hey now. Oh. Trying to figure out a workout plan while being yelled at by the cat. You? I have just got 500 subscribers, actually. So, I'm chilling. That was it. I'm good at 500 too. Like I'm like if I don't get any bigger than this, I'll be fine. But hopefully that's not the case. Thank you. Thank you. What kind of workout plan were you thinking of? Cuz I have a pretty stringent workout plan. I actually had somebody at work, a guy, it was a straight man complimented me, so I took even more pride in it. That they were like, "Oh, your shoulders look really nice in your shirt." And I said, "Why, thank you. I've been working them out." And he goes, "I can tell." And I was like, "Dude, I need to this needs to happen." There was only one straight person in that conversation at the end of it. Let me tell you. Hey now. Heyo. No, I was like, it made me feel good though. It made me feel great. I need to only work out around really buff people so they can be like, oh, I see your shoulder gain. See where you're going with that. You're doing leg day? Leg day, if you can do it, Jeff Nippard has a video about it where it's like glutes and legs. I'm telling you right now. I did his workout that he recommended. I don't remember the name of it. It's like a Viking press or something. You use dumbbells for it or kettlebells and you just do like it's like a really deep lunge. I forget what they call it. But I'll link you the video actually, because it goes through scientifically what had the most gains, and he does like a whole thing about. I don't know if I'm repeating information you already know though, but here, I'll go ahead. I'll look it up real quick. Look at Jeff. Yeah, here. The perfect leg day. There you go. I'm linking it right to you. You said, the physical trainer I pay to help me with this disappeared off the face of the earth 2 weeks ago. I'm currently just going through a Muscle Wiki website. Thank you. No problem. That's a little concerning that a bodybuilder goes missing randomly. I hope everything's okay. I need to get a physical trainer. My problem is I'm broke and I don't care about my diet and and I'm not and I don't want to work out. So maybe I shouldn't get a physical trainer actually. Nah. There you go. There you go. I linked it. I linked it to you. I just realized that your Discord name is a variation of your name on Twitch. That's crazy. I'm not gonna dox you with it, but I see the game you're repping right now. Also, I'm working on my own server chat for Discord, so that way, all my type A and B chatters can be in the same place, so they can critique me on both what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I'm betting it's a family thing. She has a young kid. Sometimes people just fall into the parent pattern. Yikes. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I can't believe we didn't get an Oshawott. We gotta do better. Yeah, I assumed you were talking about the name variation. I assumed you weren't talking about the leg variation. Differences in the workouts. Do you have to do anything for Nosepass to evolve, or does that happen naturally? See, we're so back. Now that Chuckler's in chat, I can just say, hey, Chuckler, can you look that up for me? Oh, we're so back. I'm like 10 times smarter now because I have a walking Google. That's crazy. What would I do without you all? You're not allowed to have kids. Sorry, Chuckler. Not allowed to have kids. Gotta be here for this. I can get rid of Empoleon. Wasn't planning on it. Well, that's good. That's good. Won't break your heart now that I told you you can't do it. Hey, me neither. Up top. Who do we need? We need a Voltorb. There he is. We need Electrode. That's what we need. How do you evolve this guy? Oh, I bet it's some... You have to do something a certain way at the certain Tuesday afternoon or something. Let me look it up. I'll look up this one while you look that up. Voltorb Evolution. Arceus. Whatever. Did it not? Oh, there's a tutorial. Oh my gosh. If you have to put up a tutorial. Holy. Evolution. A leaf stone. That's it? Okay. Easy. That's so easy. You take nose pass. You need to take an electric rock to the Coronet Highlands. What does that even mean? An electric rock? I'm cooked. I don't know. I don't know. Let me get a leaf stone. Isn't the Coronet Highlands? That's where the Rampardos is too. Dude, I'm learning. He's learning. I don't have a leaf stone. Cringe. Okay. And we need Stantler to learn the Psycho. The headbutt or whatever. Okay, Coronet Highlands. Oh, do I need a Thunderstone? You need to take an electric rock to the Coronet Highlands. Is that a Thunderstone? Is that what... Are you being cheeky? Okay. I got that. I really don't have a leaf stone. I could have sworn I had a leaf stone. Maybe I used it already. It's so quiet when the music doesn't play. Probably a Thunderstone. Yeah, what I'm thinking. Okay, yep, there it is. Done. IGN said electric stone. IGN, when you write your when you write your evolution guide with AI, you need to take a stone that contains lightning. Whoa, look at that mustache. That's my guy. Can't believe Smuggy hates Provo Pass. And look at him. He's so cute, dude. Why wouldn't you like him? I hate him. I hate how he looks. No, no, I don't want to rest. Why would I talk to you if I want to rest? There's a bed right there. Bro. Okay. I know there's somebody else we gotta evolve. I just don't know who. We have a lot of... I think we have babies we gotta find. That's gonna be obnoxious. Does Rotom, does he have forms that I gotta find? Oh, I gotta find all the wisps too. That's how you get the, that's how you end up getting the Spirit Tomb. That's right. And I need a rift to appear as well here. Is this the cave? I hit the oh, I thought I I was gonna be so mad. I was gonna be livid. No, this is the Wayward Cave. This ain't real. Let's go to the other one. The correct cave. God forbid I remember where that's at. I don't know, actually. Is it over here? Coronet Highlands? I think it is. Maybe it's right there. Maybe it's like up in one of these grottos or something. Or was it a whole different area? Gosh, golly. Golly gee. looks unfamiliar. How do y'all feel about the new Donkey Kong Country game? Huh? You seen the previews for it? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I think it looks really good. I just don't think it looks like Donkey Kong. That's all I'm gonna say. You can be mad at me, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna let you go anywhere. I'm not gonna let you think that I think it's a good thing. That it doesn't look like Donkey Kong. It looks so cartoony. I don't know. I don't know. It gets to me. You can tell I'm bothered by it. This looks like it. Look at that Probo Pass. Could just caught that big boy. No. No. What am I standing on? What is this? Is this Scarlet and Violet? What kind of game is this, man? What is this? Let me down. The whole he is a minor who is a minor bit is weird. What is that about? Is that real? Is that what do they say that? Or is that just a part of it? Yeah, Japan's notorious for like having a guy in a suit say like the creepiest thing you ever heard for no reason. I don't know if he did that though. Bastiodon. See, that's it right there. Bastiodon and Rampardos. It's explicitly a prequel? Gotcha. There's a baby. Where he is a child minor. Like a minor and a child. Like a minor and a minor. Minor 49er. Yeah. To get Rampardos. Oh, sorry. Cranidos. In a time distortion. Wow. Find them, wait for a space-time distortion, then explore the area for the 3 hidden Cranidos spawns. If you've already battled or caught Dialga or Palkia, the spawn rates of Cranidos and Shieldon are shared with your starter Pokemon, making them harder to find. Head to the Coronet Highlands, explore the... Wow. Okay, so there's special spawns. Okay. They will not jump out and attack you on the timer. So confusing. Why would they make it so confusing? So, why did they make Donkey Kong wear pants because he's a kid? Do they think it's, like, does he don the tie because he is an adult? Did he earn the tie? What is going on with my game? Is this, what, this feels so wacky. I've never experienced this, where it keeps running into things and just, like, hovering indefinitely. Uh-oh. So we're just waiting, also too, we're just waiting around for space-time distortions now. That's all we gotta do. Big Gyarados. No idea what is up with the game. Yeah, sometimes, man, sometimes. I think that the new Donkey Kong game is gonna be good. I don't know, I keep getting hung up on it, because like I was saying earlier, like the theme of Donkey Kong has always been like this like edgy, gritty, like not like industrial thing. You're watching the workout vid? Good. It's good. He does good science. Good science. Really has his trials and everything he does. Keeps track of it. Me, not as a scientist. Yeah, those are good numbers. Really got the numbers down. Half these I can't do. The basement gym doesn't have most of these machines. Yeah. Yeah, for real. For real. These numbers are looking great. Fantastic. Another Magnezone. Well, this is our life now. At the whim of a random spawn. We can look for the rest of the wisps, too, which I see one in the distance. The Donkey Kong map, or not, I wouldn't say map, I would say like level, there you go, in Super Smash Brothers, where you're, you know, like on a river that's going 100,000 miles per hour, that's one of the, easily one of the best courses ever made. Like, that's so iconic. I'm able to paint that. That's my mind palace. Basically, I can do the deadlifts and the hanging leg raises at the end. Everything else requires too specialized of machines. Yeah. Well, at least you got two things. There's one specifically for glutes, I think he came out with recently. For the Bootius Maximus and Minor. Topical. But, Minimus. Maximus, Minimus, I guess. Look, man, I don't know science and I don't know words. Basically what I'm saying is this is the only thing I can do is learn how to hook up my Elgato to my Switch. Oh, this is tragic. This is tragic. What are we missing? I can level up my Magnemite. I don't have a Magnemite. I do in the party thing in the PC. Hey now, hey now. I like how I gotta talk to this random guy to be able to see my Pokemon. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. I uh yeah. Sorry, I had a text. I had a text about something super important. You guys don't need to know about it. It's okay. I know the feeling. Sucks when you've specialized too far. You plan on beating the game today? I plan on beating the game every day I play. It's just what ends up happening is I play it and then I figure out that in order to get the Pokemon I'm looking for, I gotta do like 6 different tasks that I've never planned to do beforehand. Okay. Also, I'm getting nowhere if I gotta keep looking through my PC without highlighted names. I think for the last 3 streams, so since last Friday, I thought I'd be able to beat the game. Like the day I started streaming. Like I was like, the last 3 streams I've done. 3 or 4, I've been like, okay, we're completing the Pokédex today, so get ready. But I only stream in intervals of 2 hours, because of my current work schedule. Because I ain't got no time for that. I mean, I wish I could stream more, but they don't like, my job doesn't like it when I go, hey, I'm gonna go home and stream. They're like, dude, we pay you 40 hours a week. You can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, whatever. I guess if I have to. That's it? It can just evolve? Why the heck is he at level 57? Doesn't make sense. 40 a week? Rip. Yeah, I'm a brokey. For real, for real. I'd rather work 2... This doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense, but hear me out. I'd rather work 2 part-time jobs for 40 hours a week than work 1 job for 40 hours a week. I don't know if I can get a big true on that one, if I can get a damn that's true, but that's how I feel. What does Voltorb need to do again? You said for real. Yeah, that's true. I think it's true. I don't like the commitment to one job. I think it stinks because they don't they don't give me anything, man. What have they ever done for me besides pay my bills every 2 weeks? Oh, today was payday, bro. I'm good for like a month. I'll be back to wanting to quit in like a month, right before payday. I like to be able to knock out my 8 and just be done. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get like the idea of just like going into the same thing and knowing what to expect every time. I also don't like driving a lot, and I have to do that to get to my job and back from my job. So I think if I was in your position, more so where, you work from home doing whatever, like I think that's better. I think that's way better. Waking up and doing 8 from your house is like waking up and doing 2 somewhere else. And that's just the truth, dude. I'm spitting today. I'm spitting. Oh, I need a leaf stone. That's what I need. Yeah, work from home is a selling point. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to do... I don't trust myself working from home either all the time. I'm not going to lie to you. I think if I was working from home doing any job, part of me would be like, how do I program my mouse to move around while I do nothing? And I like watch a movie. I don't know, if you could watch a movie on a second monitor, I'd get over it pretty quickly. I'd probably be able to be fine. Be like, whatever. If I had to do meetings all the time, no. No, absolutely not. Nobody hates meetings more than I do. If it can't be solved in an email, don't talk to me. It's not getting solved. If it can't be solved, I don't mind like a phone call, but I'm not setting up a meeting for nothing. Dude, this jazz in this game is so good. It's so stupid. It's so good. It's like unironically, like hearing the Rhodes keyboard every time just makes me laugh. I feel like I'm in some dive bar and some guy's like 78 years old just killing it on the keys before he goes back home. I will say the music direction of most Nintendo games has gotten way better over time, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. Because I think... Get me out of here. No. No, but wait. But wait. There's no bags here? What the heck? Let me out. Let me out. My face when it's an open world game and you have to ask to leave your room. Oh, Mr. Lavington, can I go back to the other zone? The other 5 zones that exist in this game? Also, just cracked my shoulder blade. That felt like heaven. I think I fixed it. We're so back. My arm's tingling. I think I reset my entire joint in my shoulder. Holy. You could pay me in that alone. Just the feeling of getting a good crack in. Oh. Ugh. How many of these points I got? Oh boy. A lot of obsidian fields today. Yeah, actually a lot of obsidian fields today. Okay, we're gonna go back there. The people who say you can't trust people who work from home bit are the same people who have truly never worked at an office job. Literally half of my time in the office was just wasting time in the coffee lounge. That you're spitting. I'm not gonna lie. I waste so much time, and so does everybody. You can't even lie. And that was all 3 office jobs I worked at. That's so true. Every job I've ever worked where I had to be in an office, there was so much unreasonable downtime where I did nothing. Tragic. The only time I ever truly work is when I'm doing YouTube stuff. Like, that's when I'm, like, locked in. The rest of the day, I'm just doing, like, pretend work stuff. 90% of the job is done in 10% of the day. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I genuinely don't think, unless it's construction. Also, that's another thing. You want me to work 9 hours on a construction site? Like, even in the most grueling physical labor I have had in my entire life. I've never wanted to work more than 5 hours. What are you gonna do? You already broke your body by like 2 o'clock. You want me to work till 9 o'clock? Dude, I'm just going at a snail's pace at that point. I remember so many days people wanted me to stay later doing construction, like doing like, oh, help me frame this or help me cut this drywall or something. And it's like at one point you just go, man, my arm is not moving that fast anymore. My body is not moving like that. And you starve yourself a little bit while you're working construction. Oh, it's miserable. They want Koi to work for 12 hours? You know. Now you know. Maybe 6 hours maximum. Maybe 4 hours maximum is doing work. There can't be 12 hours of work unless nobody is doing work. 7 to 7? Dude. Give me my life back. I mean, but Koi gets paid overtime or whatever. Gets paid for the difference. Including weekends? That's 49. No, sorry. That's... Hold on. That's 84 hours of work. In 1 week. That's insane. I mean, I know he gets paid for it, but that's like 3 weeks of work in 1 week. And then he does it for what, 2 weeks long? That's crazy. Ain't nothing getting done at the end of the week. Because you know what they call it on Fridays? They call it F It Friday for a reason. Because when you get to Friday, you go, absolutely not. I am not about to work that hard on a Friday. And when you get to Mondays, and you know what the funny thing about working in the US is that Monday, and I know it's bad in like Japan as well. I know Japan has a terrible work ethic problem where they expect you to work and then one day die. That's it. But you know, in America, it's like, yeah, you got Monday, so you start work on Monday, right? That's when everybody normally starts work. You're not. You may be catching up on stuff, trying to remember what you were supposed to do for maybe the first half of Monday. Second half, after lunch, you're kind of winding down. You're doing what you need to do for maybe an hour. That's it. That's Monday. Tuesday, you're starting work. Wednesday, you're in the thick of it. Thursday, okay, we're gonna that seems like next week problem. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Friday, nobody is working on a Friday, dude. I'm surprised we even get paid for it. Like, it's kind of a scam if you work in a place that's like just letting you do what everybody else does on a Friday. It's kind of a scam. You're kind of just wasting money. Now, weekends, if you have to work on the weekends, Saturday, you're not doing anything. And Sunday is the day of the Lord, so you're also not doing anything. Because why would I work on a Sunday? That's crazy. That's the day God took off, and you want me to? You expect me? I'm not even close to an omnipotent being, and I'm still tired. I only know very little, and my brain can't handle that. I gotta take off on Sunday. We turn in our metrics on Thursday. Nobody cares about Friday. How can you? How can you care about Friday? That's you telling me you worked for 32 hours and then you're like, you know what? Today's the day I put in a lot more work. That's crazy. 32 hours of any actual work would drive you insane. Like even then, like I do 410s because they asked if anybody wanted that. I said, yes, sir. I want an extra day. So I take off Monday. You want to know why I take off Monday? Because that's the day work starts. And I don't want to be around for that day. I don't want to be there when people are talking about what they're doing for the week. Everybody's always grumpy too. Get the people who are hungover and stuff. They're like, oh, I had such a crazy weekend. Let me tell you about, that's when all the drama starts. Did you hear what happened on Saturday? Did you hear what Michael in the office did? It's like, no, dude, and I don't care. I want to push these numbers and go home. I think we've lost sight as a society. Because I think back in the day, you could probably just work whenever you really felt like it. Unless you were in like a, like a mining colony or something in West Virginia. Where they like figured out how to do the schedule we have now, but like worse. Because back in the day, you were probably like, yeah, let me go get some money. Let me go get $1 to make sure I can eat for the month. Work about 10 hours, cutting down some trees. Like, oh, I cut down, how many logs you get today? Oh, I got about 6, 7 logs today. That's pretty good. How much do you owe you? How about $5? And you walked home with $5 and everybody was like, that dude's rich, dude. He gets $5 a month. It must have been so crazy back in the day. It must have been so crazy. $15 I kid you not, my grandmother bought her house and she paid $45 a month for her mortgage. She made $12 an hour. Is that not crazy to you? Your monthly payment for a house in, I don't know how old my grandmother is, so I'm going to say 1612. In 1612, they paid... Gonna kick my ass, dude. She's gonna hear this. She's gonna kick my ass. But, yeah, she paid $45 a month. I pay like $1,700 for rent. That's crazy. I don't own anything. Look, I'm just saying. If I could go back in the day, dude, I'd be cutting down trees like crazy. My girlfriend thinks I would have been a sailor in a past life, or thinks I was a sailor in a past life. Quick reminder that Ford tried to pay people in just rice porridge. The whole Ford made the 5-day work week bullshit was after unions were threatening to kill him. That is crazy. I'm willing to pay you in rice porridge. I bet it wasn't even good. That's the worst part. That's the worst part. It was probably some slop they threw together in a bucket. They said, oh, you want to be paid? Check this out. I also think it's crazy that we give Ford the, oh, you created the assembly line. You created the assembly line thing. Hey, man, get off the counter. What are you doing over there? Don't lick that stuff. My cat's up on the counter licking some spoon up there. He's crazy. He jumped off as soon as I said it, though. He literally stole the tech. Even if he didn't, it's like, congratulations, you put people in a line. Like, like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, maybe if we work in a single file line with a conveyor belt that moves everything. Like, that's not, like, congratulations, brother. You learned how to, you learned how to line up. That's crazy. I'm sure in Britain they were like, yeah, we've had the queue for years. Because, you know, they always got to call it something different. Imagine your greatest invention being standing behind someone. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Also, like, Ford, yeah, didn't Ford, like, burn down buses and stuff like that? Like, he, like, congregated all of the companies and burned their buses and, like, made sure we didn't have public transportation. And we're like, but look at the line he invented, dude. He told us to line up, and we did. Honestly, the assembly line, not even that important. Yeah. His greatest invention was propaganda. He was pretty good at that. I'm not gonna lie. I still see Ford cars today. I'm telling you, and ain't none of the. I don't see any old Ford cars. If you look around, there are zero Ford cars. This is a conversation I have quite a bit. You look around at Priuses, you see 2002 Priuses. You see 2003. The teen years it gets a little iffy, but you see the newer model Priuses everywhere. Where's this thing? Hold on. Where is this thing? But you see all these Priuses. I don't care that it's, you know, oh, you're not a man if you drive a Prius. No, but I have money because I can afford gas. I wanted to be a man anyway. I wanted to get to point A to point B to go work in this assembly line. Ah. I drive an '06 Ford Focus. Hmm. Hmm. Compelling argument. Is that the car I cleaned? Was it the Ford Focus that I cleaned for you? That's the one I detailed? Yeah, okay. You know what's funny? It doesn't even look like a Ford. Must have been a fluke. No, it does look like a Ford, I'm lying. '06 Ford Focus. I wonder if there was a year where Ford started, like, going downhill. Because I don't see much of anything. Genuinely, I don't. I'm not even trying to, like... I'm not even trying to be like, Ford sucks. But, like, I haven't seen a single Ford car. Besides, like, older Mustangs, like a '60 Mustang or something. See those all the time. And F-150s. I'm not counting those. Those are different. The Focus was a great car, which is why they canceled the line. True. True. They're like, man, these are too dependable. We gotta get rid of these. We're not getting any engine. We're not getting any trade-ins with these. People aren't having any problems. That's crazy. Oh, I need a space-time distortion. Is there another way I can cause a rift? Am I allowed to do it? For Arceus? Hmm. They started going downhill when they did the bigger is better stuff. and they got rid of the Focus, the Ranger, and the small Bronco. Yeah, I mean the Bronco makes sense, you know. Sorry to the Bronco community, but I mean every time I think of a white Ford Bronco, you know who I think of. I think the juice is loose every time I think of it. I do need a leaf stone. Leaf stones are pretty easy to get though. I've at least gotten a few. I do need the upgrade because I have the dubious disc. But then I can find a Porygon in the... Man, that stinks. That stinks. Because I can find the, I can find almost everything in a time rift now. It's just a matter of time. And being there. Space. Wow, I get it now. They started pushing 350s for the standard driver. No one outside of tow drivers need a 350. My effing physics teacher drove that thing around like an idiot. He was testing the laws of physics. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? Yes. Yes, you can. Let's go to the mass outbreak. See if we can get this Lickitung. And we'll get all of the wisps. There we go. We're getting a plan. And we're going to go buy the Sneaslers. If there's one here. And we're going to wait for a space-time distortion. His words were, no matter what, I win. Yeah, I wouldn't let that guy around my children. I'm not going to lie to you. A physics teacher. With that mindset. The guy who taught me algebra. So I had a hard time learning algebra. First 2 years I took algebra, my teachers literally refused to teach because the class was so bad. So they just sat there and were like, I'm just waiting until the next period. Verbatim what they said. Word for word, that's what they said. So we had that. And then after that, which is very brave of them. And then after that, the first time I ever took algebra... I don't have any Pokeballs. You kidding? I'm messing up. Have you ever seen an alpha? Have you ever seen a better display of Pokemon throwing? Pokeball throwing? Anyway, going back to the story. My teacher, the first teacher I ever had that tried to teach me, he was, it took me 4 times to learn algebra. And the last time I took it, in order to pass and to graduate, was this guy who was a coach. And he was so creepy and weird. And he was all about, like, see, you need this. You're good enough. And he'd do stuff like that to everybody. And he'd walk around and he'd always be chewing gum. And he was also a coach. So this is the vibe. I'm trying to paint the vibe for you, like a football coach. So, and he'd walk around and he'd like slap his ruler on somebody's desk. And he'd be like, you know the answer. You just got to believe in yourself. Right? And he'd do that. And he was a millionaire. I don't know what was happening with that. I don't know how he got, I think he did stocks or something. I think he was like a broker or something. And then he frequently, I got the vibe, rancid vibes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he'd like look at, I kid you not, he'd help a girl out with a math equation, like a 16-year-old girl, right? This guy's in his 50s, maybe 60s at this point. He'd look at a girl and she'd go, thank you for helping me learn that. And he'd go, you can thank me when you're 18. And then he'd wink. And I'd be like, as a kid, bro, as a kid, I recoiled. As a kid, I was like, what is going on, man? You can't do that. And everybody there was like, oh, he's so funny. He's so chill. And I'm over there. I'm mortified. I'm absolutely mortified. I'm like, dude, this guy's a criminal. Like, there's no shot. You could argue at least, oh, well, at least he's like, you know, when you're 18. No, bro. No, not even. That's creepy. That's predatorial. You're weird. And he was like this really wrinkly old white guy. I'm just trying to paint the perfect picture. I hope he is not teaching children still. If he is, I'd be surprised. If he's still walking, I'd kind of be surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was kind of. I'm not gonna say he was old when I was young, because 60 isn't really that old. But he looked pretty rough for his age. You can tell he definitely did a bunch of hard drugs. And he gave me, he was like the Jerry Maguire type. He really was. He was like the, let's get this, woo! You know, like he was really like, and he was really intimidating too. He'd walk around and like, like I said, he'd like slap a ruler on somebody's desk and be like, you got this. You don't need me to tell you, you know the answer. But as creepy and as not good and as rancid as that man was, he did teach me algebra pretty well. I can't take that from him. He was a pretty damn good teacher, I'll tell you that much. Only with math. Only with math. Probably wasn't a good coach. I don't think we ever did any. I don't think my high school was ever noticed for its sports whatsoever. But I think he was a little more focused on other extracurricular activities that involved his negative amount of vibes. His weirdo-ness made you pay attention. That is also true. I also was very heightened alertness in the class because I was scared. I was scared because this guy was, you know what he was doing. Yeah, I don't even know if he ever did anything. I don't know if he ever did anything incriminating, but it was definitely not okay. He definitely shouldn't have been doing that. I forgot you don't even have to hide against Lickitungs. This is how every Pokemon should be. That's like good vibes. That guy was a skeeve, yeah. He sure was. It was like you were there, Chuckler. It's almost as if you were there. The thank me when you're 18-bit is straight up groomer. Yeah, yeah. Yep, that's what I got from it as well. But, I mean, I think that's what everybody got from it. I don't think I'm like a genius or something, I don't think I like cracked the code. I think that was him openly doing it. Made me so uncomfortable, dude. I mean, I don't know. There's a level of like creepy old grandpa you're allowed to be in society, and I think he kind of passed that bit. I think he got a little too far. It's a little lost in the sauce for me. I gotta see if I have a Gabite, dude. I don't remember. Take a Gabite of this. I don't remember his name. I think I do. I'm gonna Google it, see if there are any allegations came up. And if I did, if there are, I'm never living this down. Never living it down. Nope, nothing. Nothing about him. We're good. We're good. Nothing came out yet. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You didn't miss anything. I was just talking about a creepy high school teacher I had back in the day who really creeped me out. But it was real good at math. He also taught in a way that I think was really interesting. I've already had one of these. He taught in a way that was interesting, which I didn't see a lot of math teachers do, which he taught basically like the standardized way of doing math, and he never used any like tricks. He wasn't like, oh yeah, remember this to do this and this. I think that's not math. I think when you start getting into that, it's like you're not learning the real reason of how you get the answer. You're learning like a fake reason. And as long as you pass the test, that's all they really care about. But like, I want to know. I want to know how to get it. Who's 199? Do I need 193? Yes, I do. That's Electrode. I gotta get the Leaf Stone. I know that one. For Pokédex? Yeah. I need Electrode. Oh, there is a alpha type of him, actually, isn't there? A Distortion. I was too focused on my creepy math teacher to You know, I didn't really have too many creepy teachers growing up. I had a lot of people that were like not normal that were teachers, but like, you know, such is life. If that's the worst you get. I got a lot of young dudes just trying their best as my teachers growing up. Kind of like the look, man. Like the look, man, I'm just here because my dreams didn't pan out type. I didn't get a lot of people who were my teachers in high school way back in the day that were like, yeah, this was my dream. Which I also, you know, I'm not saying you gotta like have a dream to be a teacher. Like, oh, my dream is to work with kids that pick on me for 7 hours a day. But it is kind of weird how I didn't have a good overlap. I also bought 500 Pokeballs. 199 is Cleffa. Gotcha. So there is a baby. I gotta get the baby. How do I get a Cleffa? Let's see. Is that just a catch in one place? I'm not the only one. Can be found at the Fabled Spring and Coronet Highlands. Uncommon spawn, particularly at night. Around the flowers. Okay. Okay, that's easy. We can do that. I had a bunch of old teachers. The youngest was in their late 30s. Most were in their 50s. See, I had a lot of 20-year-old, like 20 to 40-year-old pretty young teachers. Like young vibe teachers. I had one teacher who was an English teacher who talked about how she just wanted to marry someone the whole time we were in class, and then I was like, that gives really weird vibes. And then she ended up marrying somebody that was in the same class as me. That's so creepy. I mean, she's not old enough for it to be extremely creepy, but it's still predatorial, without a doubt. Like, she was like 24, and I was like 18, 17, and people in my class were the same age as me. Well, free pass on class. That's so true. He's just still getting, he's like, dude, I really gotta pass this semester. Will you marry me? That's crazy. That would be wild. Shudder. Yeah, dude, it's definitely uncomfy. I definitely do not think that's normal. And the weirdest part is I remember when I was that age. I remember her saying that and being like, is she hinting at like a student being her boyfriend or husband? I was like, no, surely she would not hint at that. Maybe she just doesn't understand what she is implying. I got news for you. If you are young and you have figured that out and you are in class and you're like, is my teacher hinting at some weird thing? The answer is probably, because if you had that realization as a child, the adult would have. I would just leave. Yeah. Like, leave the marriage once you get a good grade, or just like never be around her. Because I would just leave. Yeah, that's what I did. I actually became a thorn in her side for a very long time. My favorite teacher was my middle school civics teacher. He found out a kid in a different class was being abused and got them out of there. Oh, that's so sweet. That's good vibes. Yeah, you'd never go back to that class again. Yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't, I didn't have options. I'm not gonna lie to you. We only had one English teacher outside of the other one that I got kicked out of the class of. So like, yeah, my school experience was very strange growing up. Like, I walked into the other English teacher's class and it was AP English, and they're like, if you're not ready to do work all day until 9 p.m., go to sleep and wake up and do more work, then you don't belong in this class and you should walk out. And my ass stood up and I walked right out. And I said, don't have to tell me twice. What other options do I have? And that was my other option, was the groomer. That's terrible. But, yeah. I said, I am 17 years old. I do not feel like doing this and the part-time job. My favorite teacher was a civics teacher as well, which is funny. I still remember her to this day. She was very sweet lady. She told me that even if I have, like, she told me to not be sad, and I asked her why not, because I said that I was struggling with sadness as a child, and she said, you gotta save those intense emotions for when something tragic happens to you in real life. And not just like when you're thinking about tragic stuff. And I was like, that's a very, what'd you call that, pragmatic approach to emotions. But like, that's actually kind of profound. Like, she's kind of on one. But she was also super nice to me all the time. So I couldn't really like be like, just don't be sad, forehead, in response to her. Yeah. She was kind of spitting. She definitely looked like she. Oh, you changed your name? Yeah. I was like, who's this? I was like, there's two Keegans in one stream. Whoa, that's a big boy. So apparently they just waddle around. So they're not really a part of this group. They're not really a part of the 3-pack. But they're a part of the... But they're a part of... Like, you have to approach them. A Dawnstone. Stardust. Red Shard. Okay. You know, the worst part about perfect representation of the U.S., you either work the whole day for no reason, or you get given to a predator. That's so true. That is so true. On Ralts, you can use Dawnstone. I don't even need it. I already got Gardevoir and Gallade. That is so true, though. That was my wake-up call to be an average citizen in the U.S. That's so funny. I mean, it's not funny because, like, I think they're still married, which, you know, maybe. Look, I'm not getting into the weeds of that. You can't convince me, but you know, feel bad. It feels bad, man. I think he was a football player too, which is like, dang, you're really picking him, huh? Like, you did that on purpose. No shot. Whoa. I wonder if he went to the NFL. So sad, dude. I'm laughing not at the not at what's. No, it's another D-Watt, bro. I don't need you. I don't need you. Get in the ball. I need your little brother. Please, please, I can't wait for another one. It's gonna take forever. Who you got over there? Who's that? Oh, that was a Glaceon. Okay. Mm -hmm. Oh, I gotta... Come on, Oshawott. You know, it's weird. Oh, Oshawott! Is that Oshawott? Come back, come back. Come here. Come here. Battle me, battle me, battle me. Oshawott better be in there. Yes, okay. Berry. Use. I can't use the berry on him. Dang. Dang. Okay. It's alright. After you beat this game, I got another Pokemon game I think you can play on 3DS and PC. What game is that? I'm gonna end up playing probably every Pokemon game at one point or another. Oh my god, we got the Oshawott. I'm freaking out. I'm actually freaking out. That was the hardest thing we had to do. Oh my gosh. Pokemon X and Y. That would be pretty good to play because I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I could get an emulator for that. Yeah. That'd be the only way I could stream it for sure. It'd be a pretty good game because I know the new game coming out. Ooh, a ROM. I wanted to play Emerald Glass too. The Emerald Glass ROM. Okay. Finian. Okay, we need these. Is Magby in the game? Oh yeah, he's in the game. Okay. Had the same problem, get one off trade on this Reddit. Figured it was very common after finishing the massive outbreak side mission, going to one on the coastline. I said him, but I obviously hmm. Oh, so people look for the outbreaks for the Magbies. Okay. Finian? Does Finian evolve in the another fish? It's got to. Got to. Cat. Let's see. I've been listening to Japanese conversational listening practices. And there's this one YouTube channel that I've been watching called Speak Japanese Naturally. And she walks around and talks about what she's doing around the city in Japanese. And there's subtitles. I do not look at the subtitles. I'm not saying I'm good enough to never have to look at it. But I am saying that I have moments where I go, oh, I know what she's talking about. And sometimes it feels like I'm cheating because she'll be like she'll be talking about food like tabe no, like, you know, I'm eating, and then she'll go tomato. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. That we don't have that you guys don't have a word for tomato. That's different than the English version. And it like gives it away because like now my brain registers now that she's doing something with the tomato, and then I'm like, oh, eating, and then I get context clues. Sell the nugget. But what if I wanted to keep the nugget? Look, aren't I harvesting them? How many nuggets I got in my storage? None. Okay, I sold the other ones. And sell the star piece. And the stardust, right? Because I don't do anything with the stardust. Yeah, but sometimes when I'm watching the videos, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm intruding in her personal life. It feels way too intimate at times. The nugget gets you like 10K. Look. I'm loaded. I got 100,000 Pokecoin. I'm maxed out. What you want? Because I'm buying. I say, hey, look outside. You see that sun? That's because I'm in your life. Go ahead. What you want? I'm buying. It's crazy how I probably am the richest person in this entire Pokemon village, and I'm like a 10-year-old little girl. Koi, congrats you on the subs. Thank you, thank you. I do feel like, I don't know if it's true, but psychologically, it does feel true. It kind of feels like when you're at 1,000. So I noticed this when I was at 100 Pokemon subscribers. When I was at 100 subscribers, I was like, oh, this is starting to get easier. People are starting to subscribe. I hit 300 and it slowed down. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like I was doing the same content and everything, but my subs slowed down. When I got to 400, it did not move. So I think there is like every step, there's like a plateau. And I think and I've read about this because, you know, I get obsessive. So you know your boy gets obsessive sometimes. But when I read about that it's actually really hard to get to 500, really easy to get to 1,000. I don't know if I believe that. Really easy to get to 1,000, and then really hard to get to 10,000. But once you get to 10,000, you almost immediately get to 50,000. I'm going to start my own channel. I think you should. Consistency is the hardest part. That's it. If you keep doing things, though, look, I'm not trying to be mean to my coworkers, but like, they watch some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen on a daily basis. And I look at the subscriber counts that they have, and I go, that's insane. Like, no personality, no likability, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers because they post continuously. So I think if you are a normal person with normal thoughts and opinions, you will do leaps and bounds better than almost all of my constituents. I think that I have the issue of consistency. There's like a whole year where I didn't do anything, and then I was like, well, yeah, obviously I'm not going to grow. But I've also given up. I don't do things anymore with the hope of getting subscribers or views. I do things because because your boy gets obsessive with it. And I just want to keep doing things that I like to do. I'm going to pull the plug on this, by the way. I'm going to get the upgrade because I got the dubious disc. I don't know if that was a misstep or not. I got such bad acid reflux right now. I'm just trying to, you know, fix it. But, you know, I think, and I don't think that if you watch videos on like things about YouTube, I think they're intrinsically wrong as well. People like Ludwig can give you surefire ways to grow on YouTube. Like, go ahead and like harass your favorite streamer and pay them money so that way they can help you out. I think that's a good tip if you have money and extra revenue. But I think genuinely YouTube rewards you more for not going out of your way to promote yourself. And it speedruns it. It speedruns recommending you to people as long as you keep posting content. And I think eventually you'll find a niche of people that gather around you and your content. We gotta find Porygon. So I think if you want to do your own channel, I'd say go for it. And don't expect a ton of progress at any moment. And every time there is progress, assume it's because you're doing what you are doing and don't try to change up. My first video is 30% downloaded. Well, you know what? Yeah, algorithms love consistency. Well, you know what? You got your first subscriber. We have exchanged. We have exchanged subscriptions. Congratulations. I said, I don't know if I'm your first subscriber. I don't, but now I'll know when your videos upload. But yeah, algorithms are obsessed with how. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll be the first of many. Oh, and never send stuff to your friends. Algorithms hate that. They hate when you send it to people instead of them finding it naturally. That's a tip that I learned the hard way. Because I lived with my brother at the time. I lived with Smuggy at the time. And I lived with my girlfriend. And my girlfriend loves to watch my content. Smuggy loves to watch my content and be like, this sucks. But like he still loves it in a way. And then it wouldn't recommend it because it's like, nah, dude, you're doing well on your own. We're not gonna recommend your content. The algorithms hate that. They're like, don't you obfuscate me. You have to go through the correct way. You gotta get this from the hustle and grustle. But if you do have a huge audience too, it's way easier. So it depends on what you want. Like if you have a community that you know is going to watch your content if you post to it, then I would do that. If you don't have that though, I wouldn't just be shooting out into the dark hoping that somebody watches your content. I would just do through the algorithm on the website you were posting to. These are tips. I'm not gonna lie. These are tips that I learned along the way, which are 100% true. I'm not lying to you. And they're true for my channel. I don't know if it's true for other people's channels, but it hates it whenever somebody I know watches my content and gets a direct link to watch it. My first video is me playing Fire Red. See? See? Stuff like that pops off too. My biggest video, believe it or not, isn't anything to do with my face. Or actually, yes it is. It's a reaction video. My second biggest video was a live stream I did of Minecraft. And I have no commentary. And it doesn't involve me doing anything interesting. It's just like a relaxing playthrough of Minecraft. Which, I get it. I get it. I do. Even though I don't agree with it, I get it. I think my biggest problem is I didn't know what to label myself, because my ghost reaction videos did great back in the day. But I also hate that content. Like you gotta do something you like doing, otherwise you can't keep doing it. I realized my ghost videos were just me making fun of people who believed in something that was obviously not real for money and profit. And I didn't really care. I didn't really care about that, because like there's other terrible things that people do every day. Instead of make fake ghost videos and be like, can you believe that's real? You're gonna be live tomorrow? No, I'm actually going live. I do Monday through Wednesdays until further notice. TM. If I start popping off at all in YouTube, I will stream way more. I'll stream probably every day. But I can't do it at the current moment. Doesn't pay the bills. Yeah. Yeah, Monday through Wednesday, 6 to 9, usually. Or 7 to 9. It depends. Sometimes I'll try to get early so I can end sooner. So that way I ain't gotta, you know, be sleepy or whatever. Oh, that's to sell. I want to sell. I want to sell those. I thought it was organizing. Okay. Okay, okay. We got Porygon Z. Finian. That's who we need. Vulpix. Where's Vulpix? Where is Vulpix? Arceus. He's on the volcano too, right? Cobalt Coastlands. between Windbreak Stand and Veilstone Cape. No, the Alolan Vulpix can be obtained by completing Snow White Vulpix in the snow. No, dude, there's a hidden Vulpix? This is what I mean. Oh my gosh. Five Alolan Vulpix for a specific request. Oh, we are not finishing the Pokédex today. That's so tragic. Hello. Hello, welcome. What was that noise? Oh, that was the valet trash. Another person. Another person. Yes, congratulations. Yeah, I just heard like a big thud, and I was like, what the heck is that? They're gonna get me, dude. They found out I was streaming. Okay, so in between Windbreak and Veilstone Cape. So there's a Vulpix apparently around here. Oh, that's gonna be tragic. I'm also going based upon an AI, I think. An AI write-up. So this might be wrong. Or there is a Vulpix here. I don't know. That's so tragic. We're almost done. We're almost done with the Pokédex, only to find out that you can get an Alolan one. Ooh. And we need the Cleffa. Dude, we are not getting it today. No shot. We're finishing the Pokédex today. See what happens? See, Keegan? This is it. This is what happens. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Yes! Easy. Okay, now we need a Magby. Apparently, Magby is very hard to find, even for people who have completed the Pokédex. I also need the giant fish, like the Finian. There we go. There it is. Uh-oh. Come on, give me the money. Give me the money. Yes, put the money in the bag. Yes, let's go. Chuckler, where's Smuggy been? I haven't seen my brother in so long. Feels like it's been months. Yes, hello, hello, hello. Muck, muck, muck. I bet he's sleeping. Yeah, I bet he is too. You see the post I sent? Where'd you send it to? Oh my gosh, I'm stuck on the thing, man. Ugh. Oh, your YouTube? Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I did. I think you should do a fire red video. I think that's a better. If you're asking for my, if you're not algo farming from me, I think you should do fire red, and you could do so much content around it. It'd be great. You could be like, you could do like how, you could do like how Ludwig or like Party Arlie does videos where they make like a storyline behind their stuff. Or you could just play the game and then be like, this was my reason why I don't like Pokemon Red, or I do like Pokemon Red. I don't know where Magby's at. I think it's true. I think it's very hard. I have 4 gyms. Hmm. I know. You have a lot of free time. I'm telling you, you can make some banger videos. Hmm. Are you still there, Kazuya? What does that mean before I say it? Kazuya. Oh, that's just a character. Oh, that's the Street Fighter character. Okay, okay. I can say that. Kazuya. If only. If only I could speak Japanese fully now. Do you speak Japanese, Kazuya? Or is that just your like, you got the name in Japanese? I used to do that too. I don't speak Japanese though. You know Japanese? You can speak Japanese? Like fully? Or just like, Japanese as like a second language or a... Most of it. Enough. Yeah. You're like, enough to get by. Yeah. I feel like if I'm just waiting for time-space distortion, honestly. Oh. Oh, yeah. So I can't even read kanji. Kanji's my enemy. Like, there's so many different kanji characters that I have to get to learn. Is there a distortion? Did I miss something? No, there isn't. Let's farm these then. I still gotta read the hiragana. I gotta have the hiragana above the kanji, or it's like, or I'm cooked. Like I know, hajimemashite, hajimemashite. No, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hey, look, I know the basics, okay? Hi, arigato gozaimasu. You know, I can have basic conversations, I think. Or at least be like, hmm. I can do that. I can do a lot of that. I can be like, hi, hi. Konbanwa, konnichiwa, ohayo. I know that. But when we start getting, I know, what is it? In 4, in 5. Probably most of in 5. Probably some of in 4. If I'm being completely honest. When it comes to grammar. Look, if Smuggy was here, Smuggy could help me out. I could bounce back. You're making a ROM for Pokemon XY? That's sick. Or you're installing it. Either way, it's sick. I was today years old when I found out that Braviary can dive straight down. Installing it. Okay, I was about to say, what the heck, man? You making a ROM? Like, what the heck? That would have been so sick. But it's still sick that you're installing one. Which ROM are you gonna do? I often wonder how frequent like Japanese native speakers are like, I I don't know what the hell that kanji says. Like, what is that? And they go, what? Oh, you're doing like you're installing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Like on a ROM, you're doing like a ROM itself, not a ROM hack. I don't know why I thought you were talking about ROM hacks. I think I got Pokemon X and Y. I don't know. The DS is the easiest one to. Not that I'm encouraging it, obviously. I would never do that. That would be unfavorable of me as a Nintendo player. Now that that's out of the way, I would never do. Yeah, I think it's easier to get an emulated DS than anything else. Because I know the Nintendo 64 technically can't be emulated correctly, apparently, from what I've learned. Because of how janky it was coded or something like that. I need to go to the next place, but hold up. I can't believe this is easier than actually finding items at times. So if we go to one more place and find all the satchels and stuff, I mostly only do shorts. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I should probably focus. I should probably focus more on doing shorts. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the only discoverability feature you have outside of commentary, if that makes sense. Because, like, my Avowed video did very well. Um, but, and it got me a lot of watch hours. And So did my World of Warcraft before the new expansion came out, The War Within. I did a video on everything you need to know about that, and that did phenomenal in terms of watch hours, but in terms of discoverability and subscribers, it didn't really do much. I mean, if you're trying to get to 4,000 watch hours, which is what's needed to be, you know, to have it as a job full time, like I'm not gonna. I gotta stop hitting A when I can't. Okay, but if you, you know, if you want people to watch your stuff, you gotta have them listen to what you're saying. The shorts are great for discoverability, though. My biggest video ever is a Minecraft short of me reacting to a mod uh, during Minecraft. It like got like 30,000 or something views. Installing CapCut, I got Premiere Pro because that's how me and my brother roll. We are still students, I guess. Still college students. So I get that student discount. Then we just share the same account whenever, because he doesn't really use it, so I can kick him out and just be like, I'm using it, let me use it. Probably Meyerlands. Let's see. I'm just looking for like a couple more bags. Because then I can afford the Sneasel. Perfect. They're all next to each other too. Is the Alolan Vulpix, is that needed? Is that needed for the Pokédex? I'm guessing. Guessing it is. And I need to cheer him. I'm gonna try to be on every stream you do. Hey, well look, it's I don't switch it up very much, so I'll be here. The only days I won't is probably around Mother's Day because I won't be in town. I'll be out doing something in Florida. Which, you know, yikes, you know. But I'll still be doing shorts and stuff like that, and then when I get back I'll be right on schedule again. I don't really have a problem streaming during holidays either. I think the main issue with it is that I'm gonna treat it like a normal job. Like, look, I clock my hours in and I get off on holidays. But some holidays I don't really celebrate. The only one I really celebrate is Christmas. The other ones could definitely be turned into monetization. like I don't care about Halloween. I mean, what do I do on Halloween anyway besides watch like spooky movies with like, you know, my loved one? Like, but I do that all the time. I mean, it is a special day though. It is a special day. So maybe there's some, you know, I don't know. I don't know, Chuckler. I don't know. Bless you. Bless you. Ah! Stop! I did say this yesterday jokingly, but I think when the new Pokemon Legends comes out, I do think my content's gonna like spike. It's gonna like, as long as I keep on schedule, because I will be playing that quite a bit. If the game flops though, it might be just like that for like a month, which would be so sad. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Keegan. Keegan. when you go high. I'm gonna need some modders. I got them right here. I got Chuckler. I got Smuggy. I gotta look. Look, we'll probably have a once a month mod review. I'll probably line them up like a like an authoritarian, and I'll be like, okay, who deserves it? Who deserves it? Now I'm gonna need mods when I'm like middle ground, dude. People are psychos. You know how many death threats I've gotten? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You'd be surprised. But the problem is they happen on other platforms. I'm gonna reply to B1. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Cause dude, I used to do music. I used to do music as a profession. And oh, I'm not listening to him. It's okay. I've been through the ringer. When I did music like as a profession, it was so crazy because it was like 8 a.m. and I posted a Instagram, an Instagram short of a music video I did, and like I said, 8 a.m. first thing in the morning, and this person just post, "This is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life" at 8:01. He hasn't even watched it yet. Like he hasn't fully watched the video yet, and I'm like, that's so crazy. And it got pretty good views for what it's worth, but it was just so funny. Like I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, he woke up and chose violence so quickly. And it's true. It's true. He didn't even care to listen to it, man. I mean, even if he didn't like it, that's a crazy visceral reaction that you comment on somebody's thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you know, I'm in the thick of it, man. I am in the thick of it. That was wild. And then everybody else liked it. Like I got a lot of likes and it did relatively well for a video and everything like that. But it was just so weird. It's the first response on this piece of art. I worked maybe like 30 days to perfect, you know, 2 weeks to shoot and record, paid a couple $100. First reply, this is the worst shit I have ever heard in my life. I'm like, okay, Carl from New Hampshire. like, like who are you, bro? I don't know. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just think at 8 a.m. was a little crazy. That's a little crucial if you ask me. I might start streams without a camera. As long as you got your voice on it. I know YouTube likes it when you have the camera. Like YouTube loves people who show their face. I think the algorithm is literally made for people who are presentable. Like, and I mean presentable as in like, oh, that's that one guy with the one face. But there's tons of people who have careers never showing their face. And then there's tons of people who make a living doing the thing where they like show the where they like are wearing like a shiesty or something. And it's like, bro, relax. You're like, bro, you're from Minnesota. Why do you... I didn't know they had shiesties there. And they're like playing League of Legends or something. As long as you got a mic, an opinion, people will listen. You'll find viewership. Can't say that it'll be successful. You know, I can't even prove that for myself, unfortunately. But I genuinely think as long as there's a will, there's a way, especially with like opinionated content. I don't even think you have to be. I think the less hateful you are, like I think the less, not even, I wouldn't even say hateful actually. I think the less, oh, what's the word, abrasive you are. So like if you just follow the status quo, you usually just like blow up. Like if a game comes out and you're like, this is why I love this game, and it's and it's like, because it's so fun. It's like you get a bunch of views. People love that. People love to feel validated. And I agree, I do too. It's just I don't think that's the same as like when I was in college and I was critically analyzing artwork. I don't think we were like, oh, but it looks so cute. Like, you can tell the painter really tried on this one. It's like, no, that's not like a valid criticism. It's like, you gotta, I don't know, but I have a different idea for my content. Some people just want to entertain people. That's kind of where I'm at. I just want to entertain people, and whenever I critique something, I want it to be very, like, by the books. Like, I want it to be like, okay, look, how do you quantify how something is fun? Like, how do you explain that without getting too meta? And then, like, how do you hold a standard to your own beliefs and opinions? I don't know. Look, I get way too meta with it. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine just, like, playing a game. I think people want to see more of that than anything. Just people having a good time. Either having a good time or having something to say. I believe in you. I think people who want to do something is like the first step. I think that's like it. Because I used to just want to be a YouTuber. I don't know why. Like, don't ask me why. I think I just watched too much like Hank Green or something when I was younger. Or Vlog Brothers when I was too younger. And then I was like, that's going to be, I want to do that. And I didn't put into factor that I'm not like a mathematician or a scientist. Or a poet or a novelist. But I guess, you know, what is a person other than their actions and their thoughts? Who they, you know, I don't think they're like, I don't think they're accredited. I don't think their accolades make them who they are. Look, I'm still trying, okay? Am I gonna watch you on days I'm not streaming? Yeah, of course. I'm subscribed now. If it pops up, I'm watching it. If I see it in my subscription feed, look, I got a lot of free time at work, okay? I got my headphones on. We went over this. Chuckler and I went over this. Yeah, of course. No problem. No problem. I hope... Oh, one thing, if you're doing shorts, do not publish them to your subscribers, though. Like, I'll put my notifications on so that way I'm aware of it. But shorts do amazing when you do not publish them to your subscribers. Because your subscribers are either expecting certain type of content from you, and shorts is not one of them. So if even like 3 people decide not to do it, not to look at it, it's just a little checkbox. That little checkbox, like publishing the shorts, publishing the subscribers, I mean, when you're uploading a short. Yeah, it's tanked my viewership several times when I didn't click that box. Yeah, and you can Google it, you can verify it, like you can look around on YouTube and stuff. Like, and plus, when you're doing shorts, you kind of want it to go to a huge audience, not your own audience, usually, unless you're like a specific niche or something. But like, that's a big one that I found. That's something I've realized. And it helps. I mean, I get a couple thousand on some shorts here and there. Other than that, the only shorts that I have that really blow up isn't because people like them, it's because they're short and rewatchable. Like, even if they don't like them. So like a 7-minute... Sorry, I have like a yawn. But even like a 7-minute, a 7-second short will do better than like a 20-second short, unless the 20-second short is rewatchable. But yeah, there's a lot of tips with it. But that is like the biggest tip, is don't publish to your subscribers. Because it will show to them and they'll be like, I ain't watching that, it's like 2 p.m. and I'm at work. And they'll scroll right past it. Whereas somebody who's wanting to watch your content or wanting to watch shorts will get recommended it naturally because they're already in the process of watching it. Yeah, it's way more helpful that way. Look, I know some game. Look, I know some game. I've been studying the YouTube game for like 4 years. I got some tips. But all right, everybody. I will see you on the next one. We're almost done with the Pokédex. We need a Basculin evolution, I believe. I don't know if he evolves, but we need it if there is one. And we need a Magby. And we need the Alolan Vulpix. And we need Electrode. So we need a Leaf Stone. And we need this guy. We need Sneasler. I might actually, before I end stream, I will go get this Sneasler. And we need a Bonsly. Well, if you got a mic, you got the ROM ready, and you got nothing else to do, I would start up with it. Why not? Yeah, let me get this real quick. I think it's the claw, right? Let me Google how to evolve. Actually, Sneasel Arceus. Yeah, Razor Claw. I want to get items. Let me get the Razor Claw. Yep, I'm doing it. Okay. Now let me put Porygon Z away. My PC at 15%. Plug it in! Well, plug it in! Don't let your PC die. Oh, I need the Stantler. Crap, dude. Sneasler. Mr. Sneasler. Need the purple one. There it is. Hardware is look, it's the only investment I can do. That's the only thing I can do. Keep investing in this technology. My graphics card was dead for like a month and I was uploading, like I was relying on my laptop to upload basically. Hoping that my graphics card didn't just randomly die. And we did it. There we go. Alright, everybody. That's a good note to end on. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching the stream. If you are watching on YouTube after this has been uploaded, for whatever reason that may be, thank you for watching. And, yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Follow me on Twitch if you can. And I will see you all on the next one. Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good one now. Bye-bye. Yes. Yes, Keegan. What is it? My Twitch name? What's my Twitch name? My Twitch name is Muxama. It should be the same. Muxama. No Mister, just Muxama. There should be a link on my channel as well. That is a good point. I should have a link to my Twitch and every day. Oh, I have it. I have it. Twitch stream link. There it is. And in the description. Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. All right. Well, goodbye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subbing. Thank you. Or following. Whichever one. Even if you saw... I don't think I can get subs yet. I don't know.